right, so we are back, and we are edging, probably not the right term to use. We are getting closer to March 29th, KSI versus Dillon Danis, and the buildup, I guess, kind of starts now. I know there hasn't been as much promotion from the main event as we thought we would get. We thought it was gonna get ugly when this thing first started. Tweets going back and forth about family members. It was getting personal, and then it kind of went silent. We've heard from Dillon's side that is because of the zone and KSI putting some pre-writtens in the contract. From KSI's side, he's saying, listen, this guy doesn't know how to promote unless he brings up someone's family or personal things about the other person. For the most part, these things are mind games between two fighters that still got to go in there and punch each other in the face. So let's break it down, but before we do, I want to make sure I give a big thanks to the sponsor of today's video, Prize Picks. That is right. Prize Picks is the best place to win cash while you watch sports. And guys, the app is super easy to use. All you need to do to create your first lineup is pick more or less on a few of your favorite athletes' stats. And best of all, Prize Picks will give you $50 when you play your first $5 lineup. That's right. Win or lose, you play that first $5 lineup, Prize Picks is handing you $50 on top of. All you need to do is use code WADE and download the Prize Picks app. And right now is probably the best time to do so. We're in the middle of March Madness. My Tennessee Vols are about to win it all. You can create a lineup on basketball, MMA, boxing, football, soccer. Both are different sports or anything in between. And also Prize Picks offers weekly promos like Taco Tuesday or Flex Friday, which are weekly promotions you can take advantage of when you use code WADE and download the app. And guys, yes, Prize Picks is supposed to be fun. Sometimes a hobby can turn into an unhealthy habit. And daily fantasy sports is no exception. So please, please create your lineups responsibly. Thank you to Prize Picks for sponsoring this video. And now let's get into the KSI versus Dillon Danis face-to-face.
You got someone in the crowd here.
Dillon Danis here. Whoa.
They always got to show it.
What, a little slap?
Yeah, no more.
Never.
I don't think I've seen this angle before. Directly off my head.
What, a little slap?
Yeah, no more.
Oh, he actually punched him too. KSI had some decent enough vision to try to see it. Boom! And my chin fat. Did they really have to show my 1, 2, 3, 4 chins? 4 chins? And I'm not telling anybody's future?
Finally get you back, bro.
With what, like?
Oh! There's the slapperoonie there.
Heated rivalry.
Look at my man, Adam Brooks, son. Look at those specs on him, dog. This could be the next host of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. This man could read you your life story, be completely wrong about it, and still convince you it happened that way.
KSI versus Dillon Danis on the 29th of March, AO Arena in Manchester. Live on DAZN. This gets finished there and then.
Let's finish this shit.
Good to see you again.
Oh, you finally showed up.
I always show up.
Not with me.
Come on.
You did show up with me.
Sorry. We have to do it before anything else starts. Someone said that KSI's forehead makes him look like Angstrom Levy from the Invincible comics, and now I can't unsee it. We're just going to get it out of the way quickly. That entire Brainiac solar system is insane. Sorry.
I can see the
2
forehead
years
now.
ago.
Finally. I've never seen it
Yeah,
before.
man. I mean, when I fight, you're going to see this.
I know I'm going to be hitting
Yeah.
it.
Ah, bars!
Dillon, you said this is boxing,
Okay, Dillon, starting it off. Nasty work. Yeah, I'm going to see that shit. I'm going to be punching it up.
but you've made threats for chokeouts and other moves, takedowns.
You know, he trained for them, so
Are we
we're
going to
good.
see any of this on the night, or
He trained
are you
for
going
it.
to play by the rules?
He trained for it, man. He should be ready.
I'm more than ready.
Yeah.
Like, bro, you're actually
You can't even
finished.
name like 4 submissions.
What? A chokehold. Yeah, cool. Yeah.
Oh, man, dude. Name 4 submissions. Number 1, chokehold. Number 2, headlock. Number 3, eye gouge.
In the clinch, bro, you're going to try shit. And then you're
Says
like,
who?
And you're going to be like, oh, wait.
Bro, in the clinch is my
This
game,
brother-
dude.
this
You're not
brother
going to
knows what
clinch
he's
me.
doing.
It's different. Logan didn't clinch me.
Okay, cool.
The clinch is my game.
All right, fine. Well,
Fellas, let's take this back. Where did this all start? Did
Wait,
this,
what did Dillon say? Hold on. Okay, I'm already seeing like a ton of cuts so far.
Did this start with a coffee throwing incident in 2022?
I mean, that was definitely one of the reasons that, you know, it pissed me off.
It was a good shot. You gotta admit, it was a good shot.
I never got you back.
It was
so
a good shot.
I'm glad I finally get to get you back, bro.
With the punch, you're not going to hit me.
Making him bite his tongue, you know what I mean?
Oh, they did Dillon dirty. What the hell is this edit? That's crazy. Put the freaking slap in there to kind of...
Terrible. You
You're
know,
an
that. You know
idiot.
you're terrible, dude. Come on.
In a
You
recent
have to do
interview,
this. You're not a real
Then why
fighter.
did you pull out?
When? You know why I pulled out.
Bro, are you that dumb?
Stop it. I'm here now. So
How
why
many
does it
times
matter?
have you been hit in the head?
A lot. I've been fighting my whole life.
Yeah, so
You went to private
you don't
school.
remember that you
You know
pulled
that.
out the fight.
Okay, yeah.
You went to
We'll
Pulled
pull
out
it
the
now.
fight,
I'm here
basically
now.
tried to ruin the whole event. And I had to
here
fight
now.
Temper instead.
Who's terrible, and if we saw what happened.
So you pulled out.
And
Yeah, I did.
What was the reason for pulling out, Dillon?
Disclose reasons. I'm not going to go into it because if he says something, then there's going to be a fight.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say this came up during the press conference, and I don't know that it's been explained this way, but around this time it wasn't obviously public information, but it has come out since. Dillon Danis' dad died during the build-up to KSI fight, and I think some other things went down too with the weight, and there was, you know, contract issues. There was a lot that happened. But Dillon didn't really talk about it until later on, but his dad had passed during this time, and this is why he's saying if KSI brings this shit up, there's going to be a fight. So I don't know if this was something KSI was even going to talk about, but when this fight did start to materialize, there was the back and forth. Dillon started by putting his face on KSI's dad's body, and then KSI put the tweet out that we've all seen by now. So Dillon kind of sticking it on him here, but I don't think KSI was even trying to go there.
You know what it is, so yeah. If you want to do
KSI,
that, you gotta
KSI,
get
No, I mean,
if you want to speak on that, then
I'm
then
not,
yeah, no,
we're
okay, I
not
respect
going to
that.
go. We won't go there.
Okay,
we don't need to
I
go
respect,
there. We don't need to
you
go
did
there.
go
do
there.
we?
I just wanted to see if you would say it to my face.
We don't need to go there.
You,
And KSI, are you worried that he won't turn up?
Okay, so yeah, KSI gave it the little smile, but I think that's a good idea. We don't get super personal there because, yeah, there probably would have been a
He's
problem.
getting sued by Logan Paul.
yeah, a guy that you
You're
associate
getting
with.
sued, buddy.
That just knows that
you need all the money.
That just
you can
shows
get
that
to
shows
come
that you're
through.
not from the streets, bro.
Bro.
You're hanging out with a guy that sues people. Who is that? Do that?
Bro, you don't know what I'm about to do to you, man.
Yeah.
It's
I think that was another cut right there. I'm going to probably keep doing it. KSI is staring directly into my soul here. But everybody knows by now the whole lawsuit with Logan and Dillon and the whole thing. Like, we all know that's going on. Which, I mean, yeah, let's be honest. Probably a massive reason why Dillon's fighting at all is because they're paying him, I assume, a shit ton of money to come and do this, and he probably needs a shit ton of money to fight off the Logan Paul loss. It is what it is. Wasn't everybody's first choice for a fight, but that's the reason it's happening.
going to be nasty.
Heard you've been training some MMA moves.
Yeah, just in case you try to do some stupid
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Were you training at London Street Fighters?
Yep.
That's good. Who are you training with?
I think you know.
MVP, I know. That's the only guy. I know.
Yeah. No, I mean, Chizora's in there as well.
Sure.
Yeah,
Go
yeah.
for it. He trains at MMA gym?
But yeah, I mean, have you seen what he's been doing?
You be doing the MVP stuff?
I mean, it works
Against who?
against all my opponents. I mean, I
you
made
fought one good guy.
made Tommy Fury look
He
like.
fought Stop it.
Did I not?
Stop it.
I mean,
I didn't
you-
watch it, but I seen only one highlight. You punched him once. That was it.
Yeah, well, and
Tommy Fury is
I
not
hit
the
him
best boxer.
quite a
Come on,
few
you know,
times
you know.
actually.
You know he's not the best boxer.
I mean, how about you, bro?
That's fine.
With your double guard?
I mean, yeah, he did make Tommy Fury look like shit. That entire fight did not look great. He did neutralize a lot of what Tommy does well. Fair play. This is why I call KSI a negative fighter. He does neutralize a lot of what you do by, you know, style in which he fights. It's hard to deal with. It's awkward, right? Especially for low-level boxers or mid-tier boxers or people that aren't well-versed in dealing with more of a bladed stance and a right hand hit behind a lead shoulder and being able to dart in and out and sometimes leading with the backhand versus your conventional jab-heavy approach. Like, there's a lot that what he does that's you know, awkward. So, yeah, it's tough to deal with, especially if it's the first time you've seen it. Tommy Fury, I remember, famously said, oh, yeah, any amateur can fight like you do. There's tons of guys I've trained with that fight like you do. Some guy off the street fights like you. And it was not right then, and it's not right now. What KSI does is unique because you can't really get a ton of dudes in the gym that do it. So to replicate it, you have to go and find someone that does karate or taekwondo and has more of that bladed stance and does, you know, point fight. Because that's the way MVP is built and how his game is developed, and KSI studied under that tree and likes that style, so there you go. But Dillon cannot be talking about Tommy Fury's boxing in comparison to himself in any shape or form. Like, that doesn't make, like, oh yeah, Tommy Fury's not the greatest boxer. Yeah, well, and then KSI rightfully is like, what about you, bro? Like, you're not great either. So, yeah, fair.
Not the best boxer.
I mean, how about you, bro?
That's fine.
With your double guard. Are you going to double guard the whole time?
Logan dropped you twice.
Twice?
Yeah, with the uppercut. I didn't watch all the
I
fights.
mean, what, he hit me?
I like that Dillon just says a bunch of shit and has no idea what actually happened in the fight. Logan dropped you twice. As soon as he's challenged, he's like, I didn't watch the shit. I don't care. It's actually funny as
Did I win the fight?
You did, but
Yeah,
if you
no, I
didn't get the
did.
points taken away.
But I won the fight, no? Yeah.
Well, just saying, he didn't
I
tickle me. He
mean,
didn't tickle me.
you against Logan wasn't that great.
Yeah, but he didn't drop me. He didn't do anything.
Yeah, so
You
I
and
think,
you and
I'm pretty sure I'm going to do a lot more than
No,
what Logan
stop
did.
it. No, you're not.
Yeah, I feel like you got away with it with Logan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think you're that much better?
100%. Yes.
Stop it.
I'm. You
guys
know,
are already-
I
you guys
think
are already
Logan. I think Logan would agree that I'm
You don't think
definitely
Logan will beat
better.
you?
This is a pretty interesting assertion from KSI. I don't think that Logan would, if you sat him down and said, is KSI a better boxer than you? I don't think Logan would say yes. I think if you asked Logan if KSI was more aggressive or had a killer instinct that Logan didn't and he was more of a dog, Logan would say yes. But if you asked him if he was a technically better boxer, I don't think Logan would say yes. I really don't. I don't think so. And I don't think that KSI is a technically better boxer. I think they're kind of around the same level even now still, but KSI has got a little bit more of a dog, and KSI has got a little bit more of a killer instinct, and he's more willing to take risks than Logan is. And yes, they both get wild and crazy when they do flurry. But for the most part, honestly, if they fought again today, I think the fight would still be close. I think KSI would probably beat him again, but still, I think it's be relatively close. That's going to sound like a controversial take from me, but I honestly feel that way. Because they both have taken massive gaps in between the times where they've trained and fought and done all that stuff. I honestly, I don't think it would be much different than what we saw the second time. The only difference we'd see the third time out was KSI's new style. Would probably freeze Logan up a lot more. So KSI beat him again probably, but it'd be another low output fight. But also, you hear Dillon talking about the way the Logan fight went, and it's just like ridiculous how he looks at this fight stuff. It's like the Nate Diaz way of looking at, especially boxing, but fighting in general. Like, he didn't hurt me, so I won. No, that's not how this works. Like, boxing is not the sport of I didn't get knocked out or dropped, so I win. No, it's the sport of hitting and not being hit. Dillon did not hit and was hit a lot. Logan got salt and peppery with that man. Peppered him up like he was chicken about to go on the grill ski, son. It wasn't like it was a runaway fight, and Dillon just, again, was there to not get knocked out or dropped, and that, to him, is a victory. And if he does that again with KSI, I think it's a massive L, because what are we doing? It shows you don't care. But also, you've lost in a fight scenario, a fight setting, even if it's boxing, and Dillon doesn't consider it fighting, the people that watch this will. You've lost to another guy that's not a full-time fighter. Even if you're not a boxer and you're an MMA fighter, it's still not a great look. It shows you don't want to compete. That's what it shows. So I don't like this whole, didn't knock me out, so I win type of attitude. I think it's just BS.
No, I think if me and Logan fought, I'd pretty sure I'd win, yeah. Well, I mean, I've just been doing it way longer.
You don't take it
and just with my
seriously.
style, I definitely take it seriously.
He's way more athletic than you.
Okay, cool. And?
I'm just saying.
That doesn't mean you're better at fighting.
Your style is very
true, very true. And also, like I said, I think KSI, if they fought again, it'd be close. But I think his style being different would give him a newer kind of edge. And Logan is still not willing to take massive risks. And I think that'll be a problem for him. And KSI would probably just, again, pressure him into oblivion. Also, something I wish that Dillon would do more, and he kind of does it here and there, but he hasn't really pushed that button, is trying to pit Logan and KSI against each other. Now, I'm only speaking on the side of Dillon here. I don't actually care about the relationship between Logan and KSI. But if you're Dillon, that seems like a little bit of a hot button that you can press, right? Try to get KSI to say something about Logan he shouldn't say. Because at the end of the day, Dillon still hates Logan. He's still trying to fight that lawsuit. So to somehow cause a rift there, if that's the goal, to get KSI frustrated and uncomfortable, what better way to do it than to pit him against his prime partner and a guy that he's already fought before? Just force him to talk about beating Logan up or whatever. That would be, again, I think, for Dillon especially, a guy that's already embroiled in all that, a perfect way to kind of throw KSI off of it.
You're athletic.
Bro.
You don't have skills.
Bro, okay.
KSI is not as athletic as Logan Paul, but he is athletic to a degree. He's not a natural athlete in the ways that he picks up sport easily, but he has natural power. He has explosivity. He's light on his feet. His cardio is pretty damn good. So yeah, KSI is a good athlete. He's not like a elite athlete like Logan, I would say, is to, what Logan can do, but I would say he's a good athlete.
Why don't we just stand in the middle of the ring and just swing?
Nah, I think I'll just knock you out.
You're not gonna knock me
I think
out,
I'll
dude.
just knock you out. I think that'd be
bet
better.
you won't even hit me. You won't. Why do you want to do 6 rounds? We do more than 6 rounds.
I won't even hit you.
Let's do 8 rounds. Come on.
What are we doing? 6 rounds?
Because he gets tired. That's what
I mean, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't.
No, it doesn't matter.
I mean, it could take 3.
You know what's funny? He's a good kid. I met you.
Dillon should have pushed that button a little more. Let's do 8. Let's do 8. You getting tired? Let's do 8. Trust me, I did 4, and I was gassed. And KSI style does take a lot of effort to maintain over a long period of time. He's bouncing on the balls of his feet just consistently and like all the time. And I have to believe that takes just an insane amount of energy. So that is, I think Dillon is kind of right. I would at least say part of the reason they do 6 rounds, I think main reason they do 6 is because it does fit nicely to what KSI does and does give him the opportunity to do it for a long period without having the after effect of what happens if he does gas out. Because by the time he gets that 6th round, if he has anything left in the tank, he can just use it there. 8 to 10 rounds is going to be a problem with that style until KSI commits more to training for a longer period of time and not taking the breaks in between.
Remember when you came to SPG? How long ago was that?
I don't remember.
And you sat in the gym, and he was like humble, sitting there playing video games, asking me for autographs and stuff.
I definitely
Yeah, he did. You don't remember this?
Nope.
There's a picture of us.
Don't remember.
I don't think KSI was sitting there playing video games and asking Dillon Danis for autographs in SVG Ireland. He was probably there to do content, and if anybody he was going to ask an autograph of, it was going to be Conor McGregor. I can believe the whole video game kid humble part, but the whole, yeah, he was there asking me for autographs. Dillon's an idiot.
Yeah, he was like a nice humble kid. He's like a little brother to me, you know?
Why have you not posted that picture on X?
Yeah.
It has been posted. I think
Well, show it.
I don't have it on me. On my phone.
I mean,
I'll post it after.
I
He
took
was
a
a good
picture
kid.
of Connor.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
No, not you.
I'm telling you, you did. You
I
asked
don't
for
think anyone
autograph.
gives about you.
I'm telling you, asked for
You're
autograph.
literally
I signed your
a
forehead.
stain.
I signed your forehead. All right, Dillon, man, you got it, dog. You got it, bro. What is it?
On
on
what?
this earth.
On Earth, yeah.
Yeah.
And you're not?
No,
didn't.
not at all. I'm
Don't make
going
me
to
get
get
into
rid
this
of you
stuff.
for
Stop.
good.
Yeah, okay.
And then it'll be done.
Dude, no one knows you in America. No one knows I'm fighting you.
That is actual
No one
cap.
knows you in you.
That's cap. I got
true.
gold with thick of it. People know me.
I got gold with thick of it. America knows me. I don't know what KSI's popularity is in America, but he's not a superstar in America. He's not. He might be a star in the music side of things, but on the combat sports side, no. Dillon Danis isn't either, but I'm just saying. Dillon's right that KSI's not as popular in America, but Dillon's also not popular in America. So
It's TikTok.
So people know me then.
They don't know you. Song. There's song.
They know me.
Song is catchy, I can't lie.
Yeah, you're complimenting me.
Yeah, it's
While
a
showing
catchy
me
song.
At the same time.
Well, I can't say it's a catchy song. Well, I can't give you a compliment on that. It's a catchy song.
Oh, man.
It's but it's catchy. There's songs that are catchy,
Cool.
right? Am I wrong?
It's a good song. But
It's not a good song. It's catchy.
Dillon,
It's catchy. You still call yourself KSI. You're 32 years old. You gotta let it go.
Sure.
You took out the bandana. You're growing up. I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
cool. You get to see it, bro.
It's crazy, bro. But
Dillon.
why don't you get that fixed? You got money.
I don't
Yeah,
what
you do.
people
Come on.
think or
Stop
say. So deal with it.
Dillon, again,
the way this thing is cut up, it's just Dillon taking little snide shots over and over at KSI's forehead, and then they just move on to the next shit. It's like, bro, get your shit fixed. You're 32. You got money. Go get your shit. Just fucking move on. KSI, fight back, bro.
against Logan Paul, there are many online commentators that said you didn't come to fight.
Yeah.
Are you coming to fight?
Of course.
KSI?
He's an easy
Don't
fight,
know.
bro. Yeah. It's different than Logan Paul, bro. Look, if you watched the fight with me and Logan Paul, I didn't take a back step.
I was there ringside.
Yeah, I did not take a
You
back step.
definitely did.
No, I didn't. You
I mean,
watched that
when
fight back.
when
I
he
gave
hit you with a couple of jabs and a couple of
I mean, Dillon was in the corner multiple times getting wailed on. He definitely took, I mean, you would have had to have taken a back step to end up in the corner at some point. So, yeah, he did.
Stop it. Dude,
you were
those
there
are
like,
all arm
oh,
punches.
with
He
a double
dropped you. He
guard.
never dropped me. Come on, stop it.
Yeah, but it's because he didn't
Because
want to
what?
gas out.
Guys, that was 6 rounds. We on 6 rounds.
Well, I mean-
you guys, because you're on steroids. That's it.
Okay.
Ah, there you go. He's just firing off on everything. Damn. For the record, no, I don't think KSI is on steroids.
I mean, when you see my work
THEA.
rate,
Work rate what?
you'll see.
With who?
Okay, well, with the amount of punches I'll be doing.
Well, you're
Yeah,
going
well,
down
I
and fucking
pray- I
throwing
pray-
away a big
I
over.
pray
You're going to hit me in the back of the head 1,000
I
times.
pray you double guard.
Okay.
I pray you double guard. Come through with just this, bro.
Yeah.
Be a punching
You
bag.
saw me with
It's gonna be
prayer.
great.
You're going to get it. Trust me. You'll see.
That
Trust
ain't
me.
gonna do.
You want to bet?
How much you want to
gotta-
bet? Yeah, you ain't got the money. I'm getting sued.
I don't care. We'll see.
One thing Dillon can't do is act like Mr. Moneybag sitting across from KSI. That's the one thing you can't do. You can't put up the how much you want to bet line against the guy that's a multi-millionaire. Can't do that one. Sorry. Like, you can do everything else. You can play bully on the playground, giving you swirlies in high school, and I'll beat your ass in a real fight guy, but you can't play let's put up our bank account. That shit ain't gonna work. That man could buy and sell your whole career off probably multiple times. Can't do it.
We'll see about it. So when I put you unconscious and you're on the floor.
In recent interviews, you've said you are definitely knocking out Dillon Danis.
Yeah.
You stand by that?
Yes.
He's gonna say you said that about Tommy too.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
then
what happened?
But I put on how many pounds? Like 25 pounds.
Oh my God, who cares about weight?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, real fighters don't care about weight.
Weight is very important.
No, it's not.
I didn't do a walk
I'll fight
cut.
any of these guys
I didn't do a
anyway.
walk cut for that fight.
Okay, it's fine.
Yeah, I was the exact weight that we were meant to fight at.
I'll fight anybody. I was gonna fight Eddie Hall. I don't give a shit.
Okay.
True. I mean, weight does matter. And yeah, Tommy Fury did dehydrate and put the weight back on. I was in the same boat KSI was in, and I think Mosiah was too. When we fought at 200 pounds, and I don't think either of us cut weight. Maybe Mosiah did. I don't know. But I didn't cut any weight. I was 210 going into camp. We fought at 200. I weighed in at 199. That wasn't because of a weight cut. That's just because I got in shape. I was a little fat coming into the camp. And yeah, that's just what we did. Now, it would be very beneficial to some people to cut weight and then build back up to have that strength advantage. To some people, it's actually worse. Sometimes fighting around your weight, and I'm seeing this more and more in boxing, is actually more beneficial because you're not dehydrating yourself. You're not depleting your body of nutrients for however long, 2-3 days at a time, and then trying to put it all back on the day of the fight and hope that your body recovers promptly. I've seen weight cuts destroy fighters before their fights and end up destroying their career. I've actually seen it affect their chin more than anything else because their brain is dehydrated and their ability to take punches goes away like that. So I've seen it help and hurt people. Depends on the person, I guess, but yeah.
If you're a real fighter, you're about weight.
All right, fine, whatever.
Yeah. How much do you weigh now?
Cool. I don't need to tell you. I don't need to tell you.
KSI can't do that, where he complains about Tommy Fury going down and then putting weight back on. And, you know, it seems like, at least by him not wanting to tell Dillon Danis his weight, that he might be doing the same. So if you're going to complain about it, you can't then turn around and do the same shit. Or you can, but you just can't complain about it.
I'll fight Tony right after you, so.
Yeah.
You like
I don't
that?
know how that fight is going to look when I knock you out.
Yeah.
To be honest, Tony probably be gassed.
Boxing is.
He'll be like, oh,
boxing's not
fine.
a real fight. A real fight, me and Tony are fighting. That's why he didn't want to fight you. He likes
no.
real fights. Real fights are different, you know?
No, I think he was terrified of losing to me.
Stop it.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Tony's an MMA fighter. Why are you trying to fight an MMA
I'm
fighter?
a
I'm
guy
fighting him
that
in his game.
has so many other things going on.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, YouTube,
Okay, that's fine. I'm not saying you don't.
music,
Yeah.
Prime, etc.
That's like me trying to challenge an NBA player to soccer.
Yeah, so if I, this is your full-time thing.
He's trying to challenge an NBA player to soccer. It's not a bad analogy from Dillon Danis, actually. Okay, Scholar Danis in the building. We like it. He's not necessarily wrong because, yeah, boxing and MMA are completely different sports. Now, you do use one of the abilities that you have in MMA, specifically in boxing. It would be more like challenging a croquet player to field hockey or something. I don't know. It's a hard comparison to make, but yes, boxing and MMA are completely different, and because boxing is so specialized, the sport is very different and very difficult for MMA fighters who are trained in a specific way. Their muscle memory develops in a specific way to protect them. That protection actually gets them hurt more in boxing because they're more straight line, they don't move their head, and they throw punches that are more loopy and not straight, that don't get to the target in time and leave them vulnerable.
Yeah, not boxing.
No, I mean, combat, sports.
Yeah. If we fought in a real fight, I'll take you
combat
down and break
sports
your leg in
is
2
your
seconds.
full-time thing.
MMA, you know MMA is different. MMA is not
So
boxing. Boxing's
you
fake.
losing
Boxing's
to
not
me
real.
means
I would choke out
boxing's-
against Joshua
I
in
guess
2
you could
seconds.
call
I would
me a
choke out
part-time.
whoever favorite boxer is.
You're terrified of me, bro.
Am I?
Can we have a handshake?
Yeah. I'm not touching him.
I don't care.
I don't want to touch
He's a
him.
little kid to me.
You are terrified
You don't
of me.
understand.
I can
In
see
prison,
it.
he'd be holding my pocket and he'd be on the bottom bunk.
In prison, he'd be holding my pocket and be on top of the bottom bunk. Dillon Danis, once again, ladies and gentlemen, a wordsmith.
No handshake.
No handshake.
For what? I don't give a about him, dude. He has some personal man. I don't give a about the kid. He's like a little brother to me,
We'll
dude.
see, bro. When I'm beating the out of you, man.
Yeah, okay.
It's going to be a long day for
When
you.
I choke you out and you're laying face first on the ground.
Okay, cool. Good luck trying to do that.
Yeah, good luck.
Good luck
Yeah,
trying to
good
do that,
luck.
bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good luck.
I know all the moves.
You know all the moves?
Yeah.
Stop with that.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
a funny kid. I give you that.
I mean, I'm training at MMA gym.
Dude, stop it.
So
You're talking about
I
different
know
levels, bro. There's no
what
one in
the
that
fuck's
gym
going
that's a
on.
world champion.
Okay,
jiu-jitsu.
cool. But when I just
Well, you just hit me.
then what?
Never been
Then what,
rocked in my
bro?
life.
Oh, really?
Yeah, never been
This gonna be
rocked.
funny.
Yeah, it's
Never
gonna be
been
funny.
rocked in your
Never
life.
been rocked.
All right.
I actually believe Dillon when he says that. His head is as big as a wrecking ball. I believe that noggin is crazy. I think, honestly, one of the biggest attributes that Dillon has is the fact that his head is as big as it is. Because he can take a lot of punishment and still be around, which I guarantee you is the strategy for this fight. Just let KSI punch him with a high guard, with a Philly shell, with whatever he's going to do, raise his shoulders up, protect his chin, hit me in the forehead all day, and just try to gas KSI and be there for the end of the fight. I truly believe that's what he's going to try to do. He did it against Logan. He's probably going to do the same thing here. Don't think it'll be very successful, but I think his goal is just don't get hurt badly. And who gives a shit about the win? Just don't get knocked out.
Spar way better guys than you spar with.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Pereira.
And I know,
Wow, cool. Whoa, Pereira.
and the
wow.
guy that you're trying to fight.
Yeah.
And I know who you're talking to Turkey about. Come on.
All right.
Come on. You think it's not going to happen. And if it does, you're going to die. So.
Oh, okay. A little tease there for one. Conor McGregor, mate. Dillon Danis says, I spar against better guys than you do. And KSI's, oh, Pereira. By the way, why is KSI acting like Alex Pereira is not the most terrifying individual that he could probably ever spar, even in just boxing? To walk into that gym at Shoot Fighters, he'd run through the whole gym and walk out. Not even close. That's including my man, Derek Chisora, okay? War Chisora. And MVP, all of them. Don't care. Pereira washes the whole gym. But then you hear Dillon drop the little nugget, the little Easter egg. He said the guy you're trying to fight after this, the guy you talked to Turkey about, he's talking about Conor. And apparently that's something KSI has brought up to Turkey Al-Sheikh, who they're partnered up in some way. KSI is supposed to be like playing the video game Fatal Fury at some of the events, I guess, or potentially performing at some of them. I don't know. But apparently Dillon knows a couple things. And if Dillon knows it, that means he was probably told. And I have to think that he's spoken to Conor McGregor at least somewhat recently. So that could be real. I'm not going to sit here and act like it's fully developed or anything else. It probably is just something that KSI and Turkey have spoken about. If it is true, again, I have no idea, but that seems to be more legible and has more legs than a lot of what Dillon Danis says and kind of just blurts out. So I'll buy that. Yeah, I mean, okay, if there is one guy that could get it done with Turkey Al-Sheikh being able to pull Dana White into boxing and Dana White looking to have these 4 big fight events for TKO to start off their kind of TKO boxing league or promotion or whatever it's going to be. Yeah, I mean, is it possible? Now more than ever. So, okay, very interesting.
Don't think I don't know everything.
I'm going to knock him out, you know.
You're crazy.
Yep, yeah, I'm going to knock you out and I'll knock him out.
We'll see. You have to get through me.
Easily.
Yeah,
Easily.
The time for talking has finished. This is clearly
Why?
unfinished business.
Good talk with the guy.
KSI versus...
They just cut all the shit out, man. They cut a lot. They had to have cut a lot out of this because Dillon, I know by the energy he had on stage at the press conference, which was right after this, I bet he was going crazy in this thing. I'm not saying that like he, they cut out some major shit, but I have a feeling that he was talking for a good bit here. Unfinished business, March 29th. And folks, do not forget, I will be live in the arena, the watch party going down from the AO Arena. That's right, the W.A.D.E Concept watch party from the venue. Do not miss it. And for this face-to-face, listen, KSI kind of got bodied here. I'm not gonna lie. Now again, did he really care about coming in and winning the face-to-face? Probably not, but he didn't really do much with this, right? And maybe that's just because that's kind of been the energy throughout this whole thing is I don't really give 2 shits about Dillon, so I'm not gonna really give that effort to go back and forth with him. But I gotta give it to Dillon. He had some funny one-liners here, and he did do better here than he did in the Logan one. And I see he's trying to promote. Again, fair play to him. He's trying to get some stuff going. KSI is, again, I just don't think he has the energy to really do any of this stuff. I think he's just kind of like, let's just get to the fight because you weren't my first choice, and I'm gonna knock you out and then move on to bigger and better things. So yeah. I'm going to give this one to Dillon Danis, but you guys let me know what you think down below. It's not because of freaking hate or weight or nothing like that. I'm just putting out what I think is actually happening. The only thing that really stuck out to me was the Conor McGregor talk. That, to me, is very interesting. If KSI is to knock out Dillon Danis, is he legitimately going to get Conor McGregor next? I don't have those answers. But on the 29th of March, it's KSI and Dillon Danis. What happens then? What happens after? Guess we'll find out.